pointless. It was all of that for what? I'm genuinely sorry. It's I apologize for this. Anything distracts you. I am genuinely a moron. So yeah, you're not actually wrong. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? My last video, I found out got demonetized, and honestly, YouTube actually gave me a reason, and I looked at the reason, and I was like, you know what, boys, fair play. You're bang on the money. In the thumbnail, I've got it's like a headline, and in the headline it says child exploitation, and I've kind of forgot that child exploitation, like as a title or a thumbnail, just gets demonetized, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, fair enough. But I've blurred it out, so I'm kind of hoping that, you know, it gets remonetized. ADHD moment. A new video got demonetized. Yeah, but as I just said, it was for a valid reason for once. But yeah. Hey, hello Hickey, how you doing, mate? What were we saying? Hello, iNabber, hello chat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of things to speak about. A lot of topics and all that good stuff. I haven't streamed ever since my last live video, mainly because my computer broke and I've been waiting to get it repaired. And I didn't really want to stream with my laptop again, because the last live stream I was streaming from a laptop and it was just a bit of a ball ache, to be honest with you. Hopefully they restore it. Yeah, hopefully. I don't know when it got demonetized, because it was originally monetized, but I'm kind of hoping and praying that it does get remonetized, because yeah, if you're in bed ill, stay the fuck away from me then, mate. Stay away from me. But I hope you get better soon. But yeah, I imagine there's not going to be as many people here as usual, because usually I don't stream at this time. But I think I'm going to make a bit of a habit of it, because I'm awake. This is probably the time where I'm the most active and alive. We may even stream at like 9 a.m. some other time, because I want to start consistently uploading on the live channel again. So yeah. 1 in the chat if you know what happens here. 2 in the chat if I need to go through everything and explain the process. Because there is a little process. We make live channel videos and you can get involved. But yeah, you're from Australia, so it's a good time for you. Nice. What time is it in Australia right now? 6 a.m. and you haven't slept, but you can't miss a stream. Well, that's what I like to hear. To help me. Okay, to the people that are new here, what we do is we'll have our little chats. You know, we'll be here right now having our conversations. But then we'll do segments where I will do a little introduction. You'll say hi. It'll be at the top. And I'll say hi to the live channel, because it will become a live video and you could get involved if you speak in the chat and remain active. And yeah, we'll go through some topics. I'll try and speak to you, but I can't make any promises, you know. But yeah, someone said 6 a.m. East Coast, baby. Oh, nice. I fucking love... I probably love the East Coast. Whenever when I went there last year in New York, I never really got to grips with the time zone thing. Like, I didn't have jet lag, but my issue was, it was like I was messaging people and being like, why the fuck are they not responding to me? But I was like, oh, it's probably because it's like 4 in the morning for them. This is a perfect time for me, mate. I'm at work. Oh, fair enough. I'm glad to hear. No bad words. We will be swearing. We will be saying a few naughty words, but I will censor it in the editing process. So, yeah. This is a perfect time. I've already read that. From South Carolina, USA. We do love that. Should we just begin the segment? Should we go into things, chat? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Should we just go straight into it? Wow, you're like God. Thank you. Also, I'm not wearing a hat for once. How weird is that? I've got the blue and hair out. Start right away, mate. All right. So, as you may know, I want you to all say hello to YouTube right now. Let's do this. Uni strikes. I'm awake for no reason. You're awake for a reason, and that's watching this blooming live stream. Welcome. I hope your day's going well. This is so funny. I only started watching last month. I thought Pink Sauce was just a mayo chip, but marketed well. How do you know we're talking about Pink Sauce? Oh, it's because it's at the top right. Hi, iNabber. I've been studying abroad in Ireland, but I just want to poke in and say I hope you have a lovely day and enjoy yourself. Your content is always a great start to the month. Well, thank you very much, the one and only Phineas, and thank you so much for the bits. You are incredibly generous, and thank you so much. But yeah, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the introduction. I always fail these on the first attempt. Let's try and get this done. Like first time, baby. Ready? Hello, welcome back to the iNabber live channel. We did it first time. Usually when I do these introductions, as I literally said 5 seconds ago, I kind of bottle them and have to do it for a second time. And my friends, if you want to join these lovely specimens right here, you can do so on twitch.tv/iNabber, where you can come follow us. Links are in the description. But if you don't want to do that, you can just come here where we cut it up, put it onto this channel for your viewing, entertainment, and pleasure. And if you want to subscribe, that would be absolutely wonderful. But chat, today we are speaking about, honestly, I'm really not too sure. Like, for one, I really don't understand how the pink sauce topic is still, like, relevant. And you could say, oh, phrase it, well, that's your fault. But honestly, I didn't ask for this, chat. I didn't ask for the pink sauce to be a topic in the first place. But it seems that the pink sauce is not only being spoken about more than ever again, but it's also being marketed and sold at Walmart. So we're just going to go through this video. And honestly, even to this day, I in my videos where I spoke about pink sauce, chat, I was like, oh, people are going a bit over the top about this. It's not actually putting people in hospital. But when I look at that, it does look like somebody has bottled up sick and just put it on sale for $20.
What's up, it's Budget Baller, and this is the infamous pink sauce that's seen on TikTok and Instagram. Started in some lady's home, the FDA tried to shut it down until she was able to flip that into a distribution deal with Walmart.
There are, wait. So per teaspoon, there are 100 calories. Or is that 2 teaspoons? Either way, that's a lot of calories. You have like 4 tablespoons. Okay, I can kind of understand that, to be fair.
Does it taste like anything more than ranch? Check my page Tuesday and I'll give you a full review.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, no, that's not everything, chat. There are a lot of things we need to get into, because not only has Chef P come out and responded, there's also like some talk show which I have briefly spoken about before. And yeah, I want to go through that, but I want to go through the recent response from her, but also her responding to the backlash. But firstly, yeah, you can now buy pink sauce. I have just realized that I haven't been changing transitions. So no one even saw the video. Should we just restart? I am bad at my own job. Right, we're doing it again. Actually, no, we won't do it again. I'll just cut it. I'll just go. We'll replay the stream.
What's up, it's Budget Baller, and this is the infamous pink sauce that's seen on TikTok and Instagram. Started in some lady's home, the FDA tried to shut it down until she was able to flip that into a distribution deal.
Now, I definitely haven't just played that video back twice and had to redo it because I wasn't showing it on live stream. But yeah, the pink sauce is now available for your purchase in the local Walmarts. Now, honestly, there's been a lot of conversation right now about Ohio, chat. Pretty much it seems like a nuke or something has gone off in Ohio. And I think it's actually more the nuclear fallout of distributing the pink sauce amongst the American people has caused pure and utter devastation. Now, obviously, I am just messing around, chat. The pink sauce is not dangerous as far as I know, although it does look, even right now, like sick in a bottle. But yeah, what we're going to go through, again, I've already said this in the live stream, but it's mainly because I didn't actually transition between the stream layouts. But what we're going to go through today is, I want to go through the response from Chef P recently, because she has been speaking about things. I also want to go through a live show she went on, which I have spoken briefly about, and then the follow-up to that, and everything else. Because Chef P, she has been just responding, speaking about things. And to me, chat, this isn't that deep. Like, I know a lot of people get really passionate about the pink sauce, and I've never been able to I even pretend to care that much. Like, obviously, I understand selling a product which it is exploding and stuff. It's not a good thing, but there are far more pressing issues out there, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, let's firstly take a look at whatever this is. I think this is her announcing that the pink sauce is going to be sold at your local source. The pink sauce looks disgusting, says somebody in the chat. No, I don't disagree. It does look like something that would probably put me on the toilet for 6 hours, but honestly, that's just a regular day in the life of iNabber.
Chef P here. Okay, so big announcement. We are now selling the pink sauce at thepinkSauce.com. Listen, it's vegan. Also, if you don't do the dairy, you can have some too.
This isn't a good advertisement for vegans out in the world. Like, this is not something vegans want on their branding. And honestly, is this really vegan? Like, look at this bottle right now and tell me that isn't containing some form of human or even animal. Actually, I can't say that, can I? There is definitely, ladies and gentlemen, for legal reasons, no human traces or animal traces inside this product.
Listen, it's vegan. Also,
but also, thank you for subscribing, Idis91. You are my new best friend.
You can have some too. I'm so excited. We put so much work into producing this product. Click the link below so you could go and buy it.
Wait, there's a link down below? There's not even a link down below! What do you mean, click the link below? There's not a link there!
Buy a bottle. Y'all know it's going fast. Just go.
I don't know it's going fast because there's no blooming link there, Carly. That's her name, by the way. Can I get the link up? Give me the link. Where's the link? There's not even... She's got links in the description box. What am I meant to take from that? Where is the pink sauce? Is it on here? Alright. There's still not a link. You deserve to be sued. You deserve it. Gotta cause the zombie apocalypse with this rotten garbage. God, I wish Gordon Ramsay would make a kitchen nightmare special about pink sauce. I mean, what's he gonna do? Fucking bathe in it for 2 hours straight? Like, at the end of the day, it's just pink sauce. And yeah, as you can see, it's readily available right now. And I think that's great, you know. I've said in previous streams and stuff, and I literally just said it just now, I don't think this stuff is that deep, but I whenever I speak about a situation, I always say, the situation at hand, for the most part, never really matters in most situations. It's usually how you respond to things. Like, if you get exposed for something bad, I would say your response is far more important to, like, how people perceive you as, because anybody can make a mistake, you know. I could make a mistake, and then I could come onto my channel and say, hello, I've done something bad, and I'm sorry about it, and that did not sound genuine. If I apologized that on a live stream, I'd probably get shot, to be honest with you, verbally shot by my audience. But yeah, you can respond to things in a positive or a negative way, but it has kind of seemed that the pink sauce lady, Carly P, has never really had the best responses to things. Like, she blamed, I guess, the whole situation on her mental health and called everybody bullies, but in reality, it's just... People don't want their kids being fucking made chronically ill, terminally ill by some stupid pink mayonnaise or pink ranch sauce, whatever it is. And she's recently made another, well, not recently, it was last month, a month before, she posted another TikTok of somebody pretty much debunking all of the things out there about the pink sauce.
This sauce, and a lot of people reviewed it, and there were no cases of botulism reported. So this is not something that you can say, she was going to kill people with her sauce. No, in fact, if her sauce had those acids in it, there was no risk of that.
Look, if you think the pink sauce was going to kill you, like if you genuinely believe that the pink sauce was going to fucking kill you or kill your family members, then honestly, more power to you. But you're probably not that intelligent. I think the main issue with the pink sauce is that there was a lot of cases of, like, there was some exploding bottles in the mail, and maybe that will kill a local delivery driver. And yeah, that's probably a bad thing, but I don't think anybody genuinely believed that the pink sauce was actually killing people. And if you did, you're not really a smart chappy. But yeah, let's continue.
That wasn't an issue. But if you're familiar with pink sauce, you'll know that there was quite a lot of reports of people getting sick from having pink sauce. I mean, just look at these video titles. The pink sauce is killing people. TikTok's pink sauce hospitalizes 13...
These titles, as much as they are wrong, are... So there's something special. I love when the YouTube community just, like, gets together and just decides, you know what, boys, this is the thing for this month. This is the thing that we are just gonna take apart. And yeah, maybe that is dogpiling, and obviously no, we don't advocate for that. But sometimes it is a little bit funny because nobody was saying Chef P's killing people. We're mainly saying that there was a poisonous sauce out there. And again, I do have to reiterate, which I've already said in the past, it's not killing anybody. It is just ranch sauce. But again, there is also the actual issues out there, such as, I don't know, as I said, the exploding bottles, and also I guess, there was like some misinformation about what's in it and stuff like that. It's not that deep, but I think people are more just mad at how she handled it. The clickbait be strong. Yeah, I truly, okay, to be fair, to be fair, let's take a look at this. Hold on, you can see what I've been Googling in my research. Spill sesh pink sauce. Where is it? Was it Spill Sesh? Was it Spill Sesh that did that? Oh no, it was Spill. Sorry, big fan of Spill Sesh. Although they have done plenty of videos. The TikTok's pink sauce hospitalizes 13-year-old girl, and now it's coming to stores. Mum, my kid is in hospital. It's coming to. Okay, all right. Yeah, maybe that is all right. That chat. That, I know there's a question mark, but that is a little bit too far. Well, let's go to the description. A certain viral condiment on TikTok, the pink sauce, has been exposed. The dangerous sacrifice that comes with individuals entering the food business. But to be fair, I guess it was somewhat dangerous in the fact that it was like rotten and exposed because of how bad the delivery packaging was. Perfectly valid reason to get mad. But maybe that title is a little bit too far, especially when you look at the views. But yeah, sir, it's 5:30 a.m. Well, you better have your coffee and you better subscribe right now, because if you don't, I'm going to be very upset with you. But yeah, I guess this is debunking everything, and that's why she's put it on her TikTok. You know what? I can understand it. I can, to an extent, but again, is there really a need? I'd like, because people, as I've said, did have valid criticisms, and yeah, you can say that there is a lot of misinformation out there, but she's kind of like branded everybody as the ones. Sorry, let me repeat that. She's kind of like branded everybody out there as the same person, saying these things like, "Oh, the TikTok is actually fucking killing people." When the reality is most people are just like, I don't think it's good to have rotten food in the mail.
You mad at me because you think I got it easy. If you was in the 2nd grade, then you would tease me. See, you still a little snot.
They used my name for clickbait and said my product was making them
Nose
sick.
hood rat. I love Nikki's.
But the truth is, I had one of the most unique. You did it. Look. I think it's unique in the fact that it might have killed somebody. I can't say that after everything I've said in this video. It's unique in the sense of, I don't think you would regularly purchase some food from like, I don't know, Amazon Prime now, and suddenly it arrives and it's rotten and exploded. That's what it's unique in. But at the end of the day, it's just coloured ranch sauce. It is literally just food colouring.
Mad at me because you think I got it easy. If you was in the 2nd.
They created lies about me and said all the type of horrible things about my like, this is the thing. Like, this is why people are mad. You don't need to say this. You could just say, oh yeah, there is quite a lot of misinformation out there, and I admit I've done a few bad things here and there. You could just say that and move on. Although I do find I do feel rather silly for even taking it this seriously. But like, the comments, the thing that kind of with Pink Sauce Lady, the comments are always what really amazes me, because people are very, very angry. You attacked culinary arts by making botulism in a bottle. It's like, Josh, mate, like, I get it. It's not good, but at the same time, it's not that deep. At least give her props for an incredibly strong immune system. I mean, to be fair, I've said this before, right? There's been a lot of parents being like, my kids ordered the pink sauce and now they're sick. My kids used my credit cards to buy TikTok pink sauce. For one, if you're not keeping track of what your kids are buying, you are you're kind of deserving of your child getting sick. But secondly, if you are consuming food from TikTok Shop, you deserve food poisoning. Like, I'm just saying it, chat. Like, if you are willingly, I saw like TikTok chicken was being sold. If you're buying roast bloody chicken on TikTok, reevaluate your life choices. I don't care if there's a cost of living crisis. If there's the option of starving or TikTok chicken, go with the starving option. All right. If you're eating scraps but you see there's $1 TikTok chicken, starve. That's the best advice I can give right now. What's the chat saying? I was going to say, realistically, keep your money away from kids. If you spend it, take the blame. Yeah. I'm dying. I'm going to starve. No, honestly, but boys, look at this thing. Look at this. If you're starving and you're like, you know what, I'm going to spend my money on this stuff, don't do it, all right? Look, I think I'm not like having an episode right now and when I say TikTok chicken was like actually being sold. Like, this was a thing, was it not? TikTok chicken. I am convinced. Okay, it's just going to come up with people selling their... Wait, here it is. No. Okay, guys, I am not having a moment. TikTok chicken was being sold on TikTok Shop. Leave me alone. I promise you I didn't imagine this. But yeah. Sorry. Yeah, but then this response, again, is another case of... I guess she just can't move on from the fact that people did have valid criticisms, but it's only then backed up by the talk show, which was honestly one of the worst things I've ever seen. And if you didn't know, as I said, this whole thing is very silly, but it got it got a little bit more silly when Chef P went on a talk show to speak about the pink sauce, and she actually had like a debate panel with somebody who made a TikTok being like, you know what, boys, I think the pink sauce isn't that great, and I'm just going to go through it right now. We've spoken about it briefly, as I've said, and it was just a complete mess. Hold on, where is it? What's that? Let me just put it up. Okay, there it is. Let me just have a little drink. I need a pee, to be honest with you. Okay. Karamo deleted episode of Pink Sauce Lady. Now, honestly, chat, I've never seen, other than when I've gone through this before, I've never seen this talk show in my life. I'm not really a talk show connoisseur. And I think this talk show is honestly the reason to why I don't watch these shows, because they're honestly just the worst things. Let's just go through this, chat.
So this is the first time you two have ever met each other, right?
Correct.
Okay then. And you're both influencers, obviously, on TikTok. Now, before we go any further, I do have to ask this, Allie, because my producers did tell me that the reason that we had to separate the couches is because you didn't feel comfortable in sitting next to Chef Pete.
Yeah,
What is wrong with America? Like, there is like a severe issue with you guys worry and complain about the stupidest things. And I know I'm making a video about it, but it's because I just can't believe that this is a real thing. People are dying. People are, and I know I've said in the past that you can speak about more than one issue in your life, but this isn't an issue. Why is there a talk show, like with an actual production team, a set, an audience doing this? It's so unnecessary for so many reasons.
I feel like I haven't met her yet, and just kind of the last line of her saying that
This is so fucking uncomfortable. Look at how she is staring at her. They are going to have a scrap over mayonnaise. Do you not know how insane that is? Like, to be fair, I think that would actually make the show a little bit better. If you kind of have like was it Jerry Springer or something, when he used to bring on a bunch of people who clearly had a lot of issues and just made them punch each other in the face. We need that. We need a punch up.
harassed her. It just didn't make me uncomfortable because I never set out to harass anybody. And I think that's like a little bit delusional to say something like that.
So tell me, from your perspective, she says that she didn't harass you.
I think it's delusional to send a sample to a laboratory after you stuck your finger in it.
Yeah, this is something that happened. Pretty much the person this person right here is somebody like me. She criticized the pig sauce, but she actually took it a step further and yes, sent it to a laboratory. And I guess that's a criticism in saying, oh, her finger could have been contaminated or something like that. But there's also the chance of, she actually if you're touching food, you usually wash your hands before if you're not a stinky bastard. Now, I don't know if chat is stinky, but usually when I eat food, I'm washing my hands beforehand. So I don't really think that a little bit of human contamination would really damage the pink sauce investigation that much. But also, what the fuck is in the pink sauce that would make human touch the pink sauce turn into something different to what it was when it was sold? Like, if the pink sauce is changing its like biochemical structure when it's touched by a human, there is a serious issue going on here. And I am actually starting to get deeply concerned. We've seen what's going on in Ohio right now, and I think this could be the reason, ladies and gentlemen.
There was just so many red flags that I saw in it, like the label. When you make a USDA label, you have to put in batch numbers, because if something were to be recalled, you have to be able to trace it down to the salt and pepper that is in something. And so if something
not to cut you off, but to cut
that's exactly what you did. She literally is just like, oh, not to cut you off, but to cut you off.
if something
not to cut you off, but to cut you off.
It's so painful. Like, I think we need a ban, not just on pink sauce, but also on just talk shows in general. Like, I am glad society one day, like, I swear, like, at one point of time, right, Ellen was like the most loved human being on planet Earth, and then it just kind of seemed that in like 2020, we just woke up and then one day everyone was like, that Ellen, bit of a fucking prick. Like, bit of a dick. And I think we need to kind of apply that energy to like every single talk show. Somebody in chat said ban that outfit. You know what? I do actually rate the fact that she goes with the pink branding everywhere. Like, she is literally pink in everything, even the hair. Like in this video from like a month ago, I respect that one aspect about her.
So you didn't see the video because you follow me, right?
Well, I want to hear Allie.
Yeah, absolutely. You had your time to talk, so just let me have mine. So I understand, like, if it does have dairy in it, You see all these concerns. You saw my TikTok. I follow you. You have my address, my phone number, my email. If once I posted my original video...
Yeah, the pink sauce people have like a really good... like this is I haven't spoken about this before, but the pink sauce people like have a worrying amount of information. I actually got an email from the pink sauce like not curators, the brand that they work with to distribute it. I got an email, and I'm not 100% sure it was actually them, but based on the emails, I think it was them, and they were like, yo, we're going to send you out some pink sauce. Like, we watched your videos in the office, and we find them funny or something. Like, apparently my channel became like a meme in the pink sauce offices, and it kind of shows that they are tracking this situation, ladies and gentlemen. They've got our information. I wouldn't be surprised if they got my IP. I'm going to get, like, swatted by the pink sauce people. Well, I'm not. I need to clarify that that's not going to happen. But, yeah, it's kind of mad how much the situation has kind of blown up to the point of where they actually have like press teams analyzing everything.
If you wanted to make things right as a business owner, when you create a product, that's your pride and joy. You send it off to someone, they don't like it, you're like, oh my gosh, like that's my pride and joy. Let me fix it. No, and the thing is, not
me. If somebody doesn't like my pride and joy, my videos, they're in the wrong. If you don't like this video that I'm creating right now, you're in the wrong. But ladies and gentlemen, I am always in the right.
If you knew I had a problem with it, you could have contacted me and I could have turned around, and I'm not a hateful person. I could have been like, wow, Chef P contacted me.
So you're saying that you contacted me?
No, I'm saying you never contacted me.
Okay, but why would I contact someone who's fabricating something on the internet?
But nothing was fabricated.
To be honest, you're not special.
Like, what does this pink sauce lady expect? You know what I'm saying here? Like, wait, what do you really think that going on a live show and talking to somebody who criticizes you, like, usually doing something like this is a respectable thing? Like, oh, you're taking the criticism on board and you're actually speaking to the person, you're confronting them, you're gonna have a debate and conversation. But saying you're not special isn't a debate. That's just you being a bellend.
You're not special, okay?
And also, why are the audience clapping? Like, for one, again, why are you clapping? But also, who the fuck is, like, celebrating the pink sauce lady? Like, I am actually outstanding. Like, you can find any individual on the planet with some social media presence, and they will have, like, a dedicated fan base. Like, you could be, I don't know, you could be bashing one out using light bulbs. That makes no sense. I just looked at a light bulb and I promise you that didn't just come to my mind. There is a light right next to me, as you can see. But I still don't know. You could be doing something inappropriate with light bulbs, but you could still have... There would definitely be a Reddit fan group out there who are dedicated to you. That's what I'm trying to say. Leave me alone, all right? I'm saying here that it's just weird how it's like a fandom for everything, even the pink sauce lady. Like, what does this woman do? Like, no offense to her. Like, I'm sure she's a successful entrepreneur, businesswoman. That's absolutely fantastic. But, like, to garner a reaction like this...
You're not special, okay?
Look, chat, I know you're confused about what I just said. Ignore me, all right? I am mentally ill.
So why should I lose my mind and approach you directly when you're fabricating?
Because your fucking pink sauce was exploding in the mail. Like, it was actually, like... I'm not, like... Hold on. I'm typing pink sauce explosion into the chat. That could come up with anything, and I'm kind of actually scared about what this could come up with. Where is it? Pink sauce explode. Okay, but that's not going to come up with the actual thing. Is it this one? No, tomato sauce bottle. Pink sauce rotten. Where is it? Yeah, that. Wait, what are you doing? There, look, that shit's, like, what is that? She was charging 20 bucks, 20 smackaroonies for this. Like, I can get why people would be a little bit concerned and a little bit critical, because firstly, what makes, like, even if it's like it's a little bit warm and there's like not like the correct conditioning for the package to be correctly stored, what warm temperature shouldn't make ranch explode. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just like not a thing that should happen. That, you know what I'm saying here? Like, you can leave a carton of milk out. That shit's like going a bit weird, but that's not exploding. And I think like the valid question is why is it exploding?
Something on the internet. So
hold on, I've lost the thing. Oh. There it is.
I'll say this because I want to hear both of your sides. I will say this. As Chef P, as a businesswoman, no matter what someone reviews your products, unfortunately, everyone is special to you because that's going to be your business.
I could have,
Like, this dude is actually her PR team. Like, that. If she was smart, that is what she would say. Like, oh, I appreciate the criticism, but I don't necessarily, I appreciate the criticism, but I don't actually agree with it, and here's why. But as a customer, you are special to me, regardless of if you don't like my product or not. You gave me the money, and you allowed me to have this platform. That's like what a normal, human, sane person would do. But this isn't normal. This is people debating ranch sauce on a talk show. It's never gonna be normal.
Taken down the video and done my testing and kept it to myself, which I did.
No, you could have reached out to me like, hey girl, you know what?
Look, I'm sorry, but if I get some bread and I order it and I'm like, I go and I don't know who orders bread, the conservative voters, and I'm not one of those. But if I buy bread from my local Sainsbury's, right? I'm not doing anything for the Tory allegations there. But if I buy some bread and it arrives rotten, and I make a TikTok and I'm like, I can't believe it, my blooming toasties are rotten, and I put it on TikTok, it bangs. I'm not gonna expect me to do the work of reaching out to that company after my TikTok blows up because I was rightfully angry. I'm gonna expect them to DM me, and they're saying, Fraser, my little old chappy, yeah, here's a life supply of toasties. And I'd say, thank you very much. That's what I'd do. It's not on the customer to do the work. It's on you to rectify the situation.
I see what you're doing. It's amazing and all. I'm a supporter, but I think you should look into this. Take this step. Did you research this?
I mean, she clearly did. She sent it to a fucking laboratory. I think, like, it's pretty evident that, yeah, like, for what she said on this also is, like, she spoke about the labeling issues and stuff and how that could lead to problems. But she's clearly done the research.
Did you check out your packaging there versus trying to tear down my business and my livelihood?
It's such like I hate this phrase, but it is like a victim mentality. It's like you aren't the victim in this. No, to be fair, like nobody. This is the thing. Again, when I say why are people taking it so serious, it's because of like insufferable shit like this. Like again, it comes to the thing of where I said it matters how you respond. At first, at face value, it's such a nothing story. Like okay, I can understand why it blew up on TikTok. Funny, exploding pink sauce, great. But this is why so many people are pressed, because you are making the most ridiculous situation actually like worse than it should actually possibly be.
You could have contacted me directly, can
you receive that?
Yeah, and you keep saying that I should have reached out to you, but and I'm gonna touch your hand.
Don't do that. That's just so utterly condescending and also just inappropriate in general. Like if I'm having an argument with somebody, I'm not gonna fucking touch them and say, let me pick up your hand and like let's hold hands and I'm gonna firmly grasp it and say you are in the wrong. That's just weird. Grasping somebody's hand without like permission usually is an odd thing to do. Like if you're not like I don't know, maybe you're walking with your partner and you go to hold hands, perfectly normal. But you're not, as far as I know, like that. So that's weird.
When I say this, when I said that you're not special, I meant that as.
It's so unbelievable. Like all she said was your pink sauce is a little bit wacky. That's all she said.
As you're not special as far as someone trying to hurt me.
Also, again, why are you special? You just put food coloring in ranch sauce and put it on the shelves and said, I'm a business person now. Like, fair play if it works. Because I mean, like, I can't fault it if it works. Like, I'm happy for you. But, like, it's not the most unique and special thing. It's not like you've created a new space technology. We're not going to fucking Mars because of the pink sauce. I mean, maybe we are. Because maybe the explosion is going to send us into orbit. But other than that, this isn't that revolutionary. I can understand how Ali was uncomfortable because why is she touching her? Exactly. Why is she touching her? Look how condescending this looks. Like, there was a death stare and like a holding of the hands like that. Not even like a little pat on the back. And even that's fucking weird. Don't do that, chat. Just don't touch people, all right? Without their consent. Don't do that.
So I didn't take it as a direct insult because I know the industry and I know how people use different topics to build their platforms.
That's me, baby. That's me. I love speaking about topics on the internet to do with stupid things on TikTok. In fact, stupid things on TikTok is the thing you guys love the most. I swear when I make a video about TikTok, you guys just ravage in my comment sections, but I love this. I'll make more TikTok videos. There's only so much I could speak about on that god-awful application, but I just want to say I'm one of those people.
That's all I'm saying.
Why are you clapping that? There is nothing to clap. There is literally nothing to clap. Nothing. I don't know why I just spoke like that. It's just being condescending. Yeah, this just feels, you know in school, when like somebody does something perfectly bad, like, I don't know, they go to the toilet for like 10 minutes rather than 5 minutes, and a teacher's being a proper bellend about it. It's like, well, they just needed to go for a little wazzle and a little poo. That's perfectly fine. But a teacher's being like a condescending arsehole about it, because a lot of teachers get like power trips because, I just burped. I'm sorry, chat. What I meant to say is they get on a lot of power trips because, for once in my life, I have a little bit of power and I can tell these people what to do. And it makes them feel special. And they think they can talk down to people for just doing normal things like going to the toilet. And I feel like what we have here is it feels like a teacher speaking to a student being a condescending arsehole sort of thing. But honestly, the only thing the Pink Society can teach about is how to make bio-fucking-chemical warfare weapons.
I think this is a moment of reflection.
Absolutely.
Reflecting what? Reflecting what, mate? The reflection from the fucking pink sauce all over my kitchen because it just nuked my walls?
I think it's a moment of learning on both parts.
Again, like, you don't stop. You're too nice. You are too nice of a human being. It's not on both parts. Yeah, valid criticisms. Like, you don't need to be nice. And this is the problem here. You are far too nice. People on the internet need to realise that being a dick is absolutely fine if you're in the right. That's 101 learning lessons from me.
I think the learning is more on your part.
I didn't take it as a direct insult. You're not special out of people trying to tear me down. Yeah, this is the thing. She's like, I didn't take this as a direct insult. You clearly did. You've gone onto a talk show in front of the American people, and you're complaining about it, and you're telling this person that she's not special on live television in front of an audience. You clearly were affected and impacted by this.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's being real. And this being real here. Because I literally...
Wait, what did he say?
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's being real. And
How? She didn't fucking nuke somebody's kitchen with janky mayonnaise? This is the thing with these talk shows. Why are the hosts always just... Like, I've heard people say that this bloke is actually a nice guy, and I'll take it. Like, I don't know. This is only my impression of him. Maybe he is, but why is it with talk show hosts, they just randomly become bellends? Like, even Ellen, she might be an absolutely wonderful chap. I mean, based on what I've seen, probably not. She also apparently went to some island in the Virgin Islands, apparently. Allegedly. I don't know if that's true, I think she's one of them on the flight list. Am I going to get, like, nuked by YouTube for saying that? I'm going to cut that and keep that for Twitch exclusives. Hello, YouTube. You may have just seen a cut. That's mainly because we were speaking about how Ellen may have got onto a plane to a specific island. Who knows? Cut again. I'm referring to Jeffrey Epstein Island chat. Was Ellen on the Epstein flight logs? Epstein... wait, let's type in Epstein Island Ellen. Because it's not the afternoon yet, and I think that means we can speak about these nutty things. Give me the Epstein flight list, Google. Give it to me. Give it to me. All right, here we go. Wait, where are the flight? Okay, here it is. Yep. Wait. There is an Ellen on there. Ellen Spencer. Is that Ellen? Maybe not. What is Ellen's full name? Ellen's full name. Oh, it's Ellen DeGeneres. Why did I even Google that? I don't know. I swear to God, Ellen was like somewhat affiliated with Epstein. Wait, I can hear myself. If Ellen wasn't affiliated with Epstein, I apologize. I'll cut the entire thing out. Epstein Ellen. Let's Twitter search this. If I want to look like a silly, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ellen was, but either way. Okay, hello YouTube. It cut again, and you've probably had a lot of censoring. I don't know what I just said, and you're not going to hear it other than the Twitch chat right now. I feel like you're doing detective work. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, I just realized I just fucking realized that I just compared this poor dude to the people that went to a certain island led by a certain Steen. I'm sorry, man. I'm not saying you're part of that. All I was trying to say was talk show hosts are usually assholes. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry, chat. I'm really, really sorry. Let's continue.
Just being real here, because I literally.
Oh, my stomach just rumbled.
She is her business.
I've got the rumbly bumblies.
Her livelihood, her safety is being affected now, and these are things that we don't think about.
My safety was affected when the pink sauce exploded in my package. You know, my safety was. How do you feel like Kenji? Right? He loves to pick up shit and eat it. Not actual poo. Maybe he does. But he loves to pick up things on the floor and just chew it up sometimes when he's bored. Absolute rodent of a dog. And what if he choose the pink sauce? What's going to happen there? Is he going to expand and just turn into Augustus Gloop and eventually just explode and pink dog's going to be everywhere? Because that would be very inconvenient. Again, I have to say for legal reasons, these are all comedic jokes. Everything I'm saying in this video is pure speculation and allegations. Please don't sue me, pink sauce. People, I love you. I don't. But if you want to send me some in the mail, send it to my P.O. box. Hit me up in the emails.
This moment is for you to realize that your power is really in what you're saying and what you're doing. And that one video that you did for that second, the follow-up video, had ripple effects.
She is so angry right now. Why are you so angry? There is nothing to be angry about. She really thought she did something. Yeah, I'm deeply concerned right now.
That you have to acknowledge is there. Because if it was on the other foot, you'd be sitting here upset, crying, mad. If you had to move.
How do you know that, though? You don't even know her as a human being. Like, there is no way to indicate these things. Like, I think she actually has the right to be upset and mad because she has been dragged onto a show where she probably thought she was going to get some reasonable confrontation, but she's just being bullied by a host and honestly, somebody who's just being completely and utterly childish.
Every week because you and your child were in danger.
Absolutely.
So this is the moment for you just to say, you know what? Next time, I will take this step. Before I post something, I'm going to do my research. Before I do something, I'm going to reach out to her. Before I do something, I'm really going to realize...
Look at her face, man. She's looking at this guy thinking, what are you talking about, Chief? Please. All I did was say that this pink sauce is a little bit stinky.
Is this really my responsibility?
Also, why is this guy so... No. We're speaking about certain theories. My theory is this guy's got stock investment in the pink sauce. There is no way a human being other than myself would get this pressed about pink sauce. Like, why is he so angry? Like, there's nothing to be that pressed about right now. All she said was pink sauce is stinky. And everybody said pink sauce is stinky because it is pretty stinky. I mean, it looks like a different colour in every single blooming bottle.
All right.
Wait, what did she say? Sorry, he say?
Your responsibility is to build each other up as women.
Is the dude, the man, is telling the woman how to be a woman? If that's not like incredibly just condescending and disrespectful, I don't know what is. Like, that's just so embarrassing. Like, Jesus Christ. Are you not hearing yourself? Let's get that one more time. Let's give the action replay.
It's really my responsibility. Your responsibility is to build each other up as women.
It's fucking ranch sauce being sold on TikTok. They sell TikTok chicken. There is nothing to take seriously about this other than your stupid responses. What do you mean build each other up as women? I don't think like in the misogyny manual there is, oh yeah, don't disrespect the pink sauce. That's like, honestly, boys, somebody needs to put up the misogyny booklet, How to Be a Misogynist 101, and just go through it, because I'm pretty sure pink sauce isn't in there, you know. Pink sauce isn't the lead of the feminist movement. Pink sauce is just probably, honestly, doing a lot of damage for women out there.
All right, listen, never forget this.
She looks like she's shaking. She's shaking. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is old news now. You're probably sat here thinking, why is he reacting to this thing that happened 3 months ago? Mainly because I hadn't really sat through the entire thing. But secondly, they finally got back to this situation and finally went through it again. Because of the criticism, people being like, you shouldn't be speaking to a woman in that way, as we just saw. And they finally responded. She's still got the pink look, loving the short hair. But yeah, here we go. I don't know if they're all in this call together. I'm pretty sure they are. This is the response.
And this is really sincere. You know?
Also, credit to Atozy.
Because we can all learn from what happened here, not just you, Ali, not just...
He's still going on about learning. Who is why? What is there to learn? There is nothing to learn from it. Even you, Mike. Like, this is the thing, right? I love it when an influencer or anybody who apologizes and they're like, I will learn from this. It's like, boys, ladies and gentlemen, half the time you don't even need to fucking learn, because sometimes you can't just be a dick and then realize straight after, oh yeah, I was a dick, and just say, you know what, boys, sorry, I didn't mean to be an asshole in that situation, and move on. There's no learning. Like, how do you need to learn what being a bellend is? It's simple stuff. You were a bellend. There's nothing to learn here. It's just like textbook, like LA influencer, like little guide notes that, what's the thing to say in my apology? Learning, growing. How much fucking growing do you need to do?
But most importantly, myself. Because one of the things, I'm the baby, got 4 sisters, the single mom. When it comes to a woman telling me how I made her feel, I will never invalidate her feelings. It's to build each other up as women.
I mean, it's not really never, is it? Because you literally did that.
And I'm very, very sincere.
How has this turned into like a feminist debate? That's also what I want to know. How has Pink Sauce brought us to like men mistreating women? Like, people can say that like feminism doesn't need to be like spoken about as much anymore because everybody's like equal. I say no. When there are women equality issues in Pink Sauce topics, we've clearly got a lot of issues to still get over, ladies and gentlemen. There's still a lot of hurdles we need to get over and tackle.
Really sorry that I
appreciate that.
While he's reiterating that he's like super sincere here, it doesn't fully come across that way. Why isn't he apologizing for exactly what he did? He's kind of using like I gaslit you as like a blanket term. Why isn't he apologizing for doing little to no research on the topic before he brought her on? Why isn't he apologizing for essentially backing Chef P, who was being criticized for having a garbage?
What's your guys' favorite type of pea? For me, it's Marifat peas. Absolutely elite. Big, squishy, love them. Bit of gravy, bit of Marifat peas, you're ballin'.
Product. And not only did she have a garbage product, she was also just an unprofessional business owner that used his platform to attack one of her critics.
Yeah, and this is pretty much what I can kind of conclude this with. Like this whole situation, it's just like, as like the whole talking point which we can take from this is a situation is very much dependent on how you respond to things. Like, how we're going to look at a previous situation is how you react. For example, take Shane Dawson. He got exposed by Tati in like 2020, and his response was crucial. And how did he respond? By saying a load of like horrible things in a live stream, whether you agreed with Tati or not. It made him look far worse because it showed how irrational and childish and irresponsible he is, despite betraying himself to be the complete opposite of that in the past. And I think with the Pink Sauce, it's the exact same thing. It didn't need to be a big situation where we all shit our pants. It could have just been, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'll fix the next batch up and you can have refunds and even some free supply. If you did that, it would have been great. But not only is there weird talk shows, but there's like, I guess like she's taking shots at people out there for how they've been speaking about this and basically blaming everybody, saying that everybody's been lying about these things. It's just really, really embarrassing. There's no need for things like this. Like her shorts. Oh, I've just gone. Her shorts thing is pretty much just like her. Hold on. Her shorts is just her, I guess, responding like the Pink Sauce is 100% safe. I was attacked for going viral. It's like, you don't need to do this. You could just say sorry and move on. But I guess a lot of people have egos, and the problem is they can't handle it where their ego is damaged, and it just leads to even bigger stupid messes of situations. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video now by saying this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen on social media, and I think if we can take one thing from this is I really don't understand the state of the internet when fucking TikTok chicken is being sold on TikTok Shop. We need to really have an analysis done into this platform because it is a mess. But that is the end of the video. Thanks for coming along, and yeah, please subscribe, like the video, and comment down your thoughts and beans below. Say goodbye to the Twitch chat because we're about to go and talk about other things. Bye bye. Peace out. See you later. That was a really good clip. We went for quite a while there as well. I think we went for like over 20 minutes there, chat. I'm blooming impressed. I am impressed with us. I do need to urinate because I have been drinking a lot of water. Before I recorded this, I downed like multiple glasses. I'm still going to be speaking. I am just getting up the parts we need for the next thing. We're going to be taking a look at Christianity in a second. Oh, I can just go on full so you can't see. We're going to be speaking about Christianity and all the good stuff. But yeah, what do we think, chat? Let's rate that clip out of 10. What are we saying out of 10? Or just spam beans if you think it was perfecto. Sorry, I'm just getting everything up for... I really, really need a wee. Really badly. Okay, I'm going to go for a wee. If you guys leave, I will be very upset. I like the 10 out of 10s. I like the beans in the chat. If you guys leave, the view count goes down below like 70. I will sacrifice one of you. Be right back. I am fuming. The chat has dipped below 70. And what did... Okay, it's back up. I was about to sacrifice one of you. It's gone back to 72. I was honestly going to fucking lose it. I was going to lose it, chat. I was going to lose it. You sick little bastards, aren't you? Hello, I'm back. We're going to be speaking about Christians next. But yeah, anything you want to speak about before we go into the next clip? How is everybody doing today? Go to find? No, it's not go to find. I can't bother to speak about those nut jobs today. I can't believe we did a whole bit about Epstein then. What's wrong with me? But yeah, you won't. It was 69. Welcome back. Who's going to be the sacrifice? You guys are going to have to nominate somebody in the chat. I'm saying Lily in Wonderland. That's just a random selection. First name I saw in the chat. One in the chat if it's going to be Lily. 2 in the chat if it's Smokey Oreo. Because one of you two are going. Lily or Smokey Oreo. 1 for Lily, 2 for Smokey Oreo. ADHD's meditating good today? Yeah, they are. I need to stream right after I take them. I'm going to do that when I next stream. Have you talked about the train derailment? I haven't. It's not really my forte, I guess. That's not really... Yeah, I don't know. That's not really something I would talk about usually. Someone volunteered as a tribute. You're not getting out of it that easily, Lily. You're not getting out of it. In fact, I'm not... No, this isn't a democracy. This isn't a democracy anymore. As Rick Grimes said, it's not a democracy anymore. That's my Rick Grimes impression. It's not a democracy. You are fucking going, sunshine. Smokey Oreo, you live another day. Lily, I'm banning you from the chat. Goodbye. I'm joking. I'm not. Right. Right. Shall we? Anyone's named Lily is banned. Yeah, let's just fucking get rid of Lily. Lily Potter getting smoked on by that Voldemort pack. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I find amazing about Harry Potter? The most unrealistic thing is nobody really, other than like Malfoy, bullied Harry for his parents being dead. Like honestly, that shit would happen more in the school. You know what I'm saying? Like they got smoked by Voldemort, and someone would bring that up more than Voldemort. Am I wrong? It's a school, man. Somebody would bring that shit up. Dobby's massive member. Dobby's massive schlong is one of the most realistic aspects of that franchise. And it's the only good thing J.K. Rowling has ever actually done. The lack of dead parents jokes from yeah. Like, come on, Harry, get fucking with it, mate. Your parents are dead. Move on, mate. They got smoked. Move on. Draco Malfoy, absolute fucking Chad for being like, Harry, your parents are dead, mate. Not really, depends on your area. Mine didn't. Wait, what? Didn't what? Your parents didn't get killed by Voldemort? Lucky for some. R.I.P. to James and Lily Potter. How are you today besides stream? I'm good. I'm hungry, but I'm good. My chair's breaking. Why is this coming off? Okay. Unpopular new opinion. Dumbledore let and knew Harry was abused, so he's sick. Yeah, Dumbledore's a bellend. I've said this a million times. Dumbledore is an asshole. He happily sat there whilst Harry was getting abused for 10 years, and then he said, Harry, welcome to Hogwarts. You're going to have to fucking stop the world from ending every fucking year. Every year! It's like, Jesus! Dumbledore? Like, somebody needs to make Dumbledore relax. Like, Grindelwald, you know what you got to do, my friend. Get the real relaxation tactics are going to have to come out. Because who's the real villain? Grindelwald or Dumbledore? Probably the one that wanted to, like, enslave humanity. So I'm going to say Dumbledore. Because to be fair, they both wanted to do horrible things. This is what I don't get about Harry Potter. It's like, imagine if Hitler one day was like, oh, I kind of regret what I did in 1945. We'd still think he's a bellend. So why does Dumbledore get a pass for randomly... Dumbledore was trying to plan to take over the world with Grindelwald and take over the Muggles. Like, that's a weird thing that we forget about. And kids are caught in the trust. Yeah. Right. Beanie Beans. Let's do this. Okay, everybody say hi in the chat. We're going to go. We're going to do this. We're doing it live. Everyone say hi. Okay. Well, what brand is that? It is Evolve You. It's like a gym brand. Right, let's go. Bing bong. All right. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another YouTube video on the iNabber Live channel. If you want to join these horrible people right here, you can do so, because I'm sure that you're a much better person than they are. These people are sick individuals. And you are sick for not subscribing to this YouTube channel and also not following me on twitch.tv, where we are live right now, where you can come and join us if you really want to. But if you don't, that's fine. You can watch this video at your own pleasure and time, where you don't have to be with us live. But if you want to, that would be great. Firstly, chat, we're speaking about a channel that I've never spoken about, ever. I've been requested to speak about these human beings so many times. The 8passengers. This is like a family channel, and we know how I feel about family channels. It's the worst form of content known to humankind. It is so usually exploitative, just wrong in general. And I think the whole process of documenting your child's life and putting it on your YouTube channel every single week is not good for a child's development. And also, it leads to things like such as you seeking out views, and how does a family channel get views? But it's them usually putting their kids in situations where, you know, things aren't good. Now, I actually don't know too much about these guys. I've watched a Jay Aubrey video. I've never made a main channel video. But if there's one thing I know, it's that the mum is a bloomin' nut job. She is mental. And now the mum... They've kind of ended this channel now, and the mum's gone on to do other things. And she's now like, imagine like Girl to Find, but on crack. Like, they've smoked up a big load of crack, and they've started a Christian YouTube channel. Because what you would get is this mess right here called connections. Now, I'm sure if you're well equipped with the well-defined law, you know about this. Run away, people. Save yourselves in the chat. Everybody knows about this stuff other than myself. And if you don't know, welcome to the journey, where we're going to be taking a look at this mental channel by the creator of the 8 Passengers. I think it's this woman right here. I don't even know their names, but I have found some very interesting clips, such as where, in this clip where they speak about principles, Christian and truthful principles about being a true, real Christian. They like to compare themselves to a certain historical figure. A certain historical figure. Let's get into this wonderful video.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think many of us know this story, that back then we had a culture that was in distortion around that experience. And the culture, which is us, the people, many of us would say, you can't, and that's wrong. It's kind of like today's culture.
In context, the cult they're talking about here is racism in the 60s, pretty much 60s and 50s. They're speaking about how back then it was bad and people rose up and stood against it. That's what they're saying here. So, absolutely fine right now. Bloody lovely. Speak about all those issues. Congratulations. Let's continue. Wait, I didn't click continue. Continue.
Someone stands in a position of truth and many people get attacked. Like, you and I get attacked.
We're attacked every day.
Every day.
And must be doing something right.
That's right. We must be living in truth. We must be, like a Rosa Parks.
Can you say that again?
Truth.
She just lived in truth in that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I think many of us know this story, that back then we had a culture around experience. And the culture, which is us, the people, many of us would say, you can't, and that's wrong. It's kind of like today's culture.
Sorry,
someone stands in a position of truth and many people get attacked. Like, you and I get attacked.
We're attacked every day.
Every day.
And must be doing something right.
That's right. We must be living in truth. We must be, like a Rosa Parks.
During Black History Month, you're going to do that? I mean, to be fair, this video wasn't uploading there, but either way, it's just wrong. But this is like the thing a lot of like white Christians and stuff, and I specify white because obviously most privileged like class of society there is really in terms of like, I don't know, race and stuff. And what I'm trying to say is that they like what I'm trying to say here is a lot of in particular Christians on YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong, people seem to think that I hate Christians. I literally come from a Christian family. Like, I have half my family are Catholics and half of them are Protestants. You can only imagine how that goes. So I know I know quite a bit about Christianity, and I like Christians. Well, I don't like Christians. I don't like. No, not in like a way of like I hate them for being Christians. I like a Christian if they're good to me. That's what I'm trying to say here. I don't like somebody for being a Christian. If they're a Christian, that's great. If they're nice, that's great. But if they're a dick, they're a dick. And I think the problem is with people like this is that they use their Christian beliefs in order to kind of like, I guess not only defend their actions, because these people, especially her from the 8 Passengers, have done a lot of sussy-wussy things, in particular with their family and how they run their channels and how they treat their kids. And they've used Christianity as like as like a martyr to kind of defend themselves and defend their actions, which is a big issue with a lot of Christian YouTubers out there. They use Christianity as a way to kind of, I guess, attack a lot of social issues.
And God bless Rosa. I mean, what an amazing woman that she was willing to stand for truth. And now that we're decades down the road and people have become more conscientious, and many of the people who...
You mean not racist? You can say the word. It's not like Voldemort. Like, Rosa Parks won't come back and haunt you if you say the word. That's what you mean.
Wanted to not support her in her position have died, and so that's helpful. And
yeah, To be fair, yeah.
And we have new generations that see the reality. So that was X amount of decades ago. We still are in the same circumstance, even though it's, we have...
True. There is still these issues and they exist today. And I think it's quite funny that, well, it's not funny, it's quite terrible that a lot of people in society like to pretend that these issues don't still exist. Where are you going with this?
Evolved around...
The issues have changed.
Yeah, the reflection of what we're arguing around is different today.
No, it's not.
But as far as people being in distortion, we've got just as many people in distortion in today's world as we had back then with Rosa in her generation as well. They're just of different issues.
No. People, they're saying this because people criticize them, as you probably took it from earlier. And that you being criticized for your family channel on YouTube isn't the same to Rosa Parks. I don't even... Look, I have just shouted that, and a neighbour has heard me say that. Do you not think how insane they possibly think I am right now? You are making me go insane. These are the issues we've got in society in the modern day. People saying stupid things like that.
And so...
This is like the first video I've ever watched of this woman. And as I said, I barely know anything about these people, but I'm taking the clear due note that they are pretty much insane.
We're inviting you to really understand principles and let go of how these principles are being played out and understand the principle.
What the fuck does that mean? We're gonna make sure that these principles play out and then understand the principle. That you're just saying words.
Let go of the agenda. So there's...
What agenda? This is another thing I love that a lot of conservatives love to do. They like to be, there's an agenda, man. The putting frogs in the water. There's an agenda, and we need to stop the political agenda in the lefty loony discourse. It's like, what do you mean by agenda? People having thoughts and feelings and morals? I remember it was who was it? It was some channel spoke about The Last of Us, and he was very mad. He was like, the episode 3, which was a very gay episode, and he was like, oh, episode 3 was good, but I didn't like that they pushed the gay agenda in it. There was no gay agenda. They weren't noshing each other off for 20 minutes straight. All that happened was that there was a couple in the episode who just so happened to both like cock. Absolutely fine, absolutely fine. That's not a gay agenda. It's just a gay person existing. It's just existing. Me being a bisexual man isn't an agenda. I'm just a bloke. I am just a bloke. I'm not an agenda for... you're going to... Imagine you open up the iNabber channel. I blooming love that video about Anision. Shame about the gay agenda, though. And it's not an agenda. It's just an existence and who somebody is.
There's all these agendas, Black Lives Matter agenda.
That's not an agenda. That's literal. I love that. I didn't even know that they were going to go into that, and I guessed it. I guessed that they were going to go into social matters in terms of agendas. That's not an issue. That's not an agenda. That's just black people mattering. It's in the name. It's quite literally in the name.
Yeah, abortion.
There's abortion agenda. There's transgender agenda.
Abortion. I mean, I'm pro-abortion. I guess you can take it as an agenda, I guess, because it's not someone's identity. But these things, they're not agendas. They're just people.
LGBTQ.
Again, they're just people. These aren't agendas. Look. Who I choose to lay with isn't an agenda. I'm not making this video pushing a gay agenda, gay record. It just happened to be a certain sexuality. All right? I think the reason these people love to say these things like agenda is because, for one, they think it makes them sound smart. But there's also a lot of buzzwords used to kind of, I guess, attack certain communities of people. Because by saying it's an agenda, a political agenda, people will be like, oh, I don't want politics in my movies and all my shows. And it's well, being gay isn't politics. It's not a political agenda. Again, as I've said for the 50th time, it's just a person. I hate the word agenda, says Ethan in the chat. Me too, because it's misused so many times. The 4 things here, one of them can be considered an agenda. Because, yeah, I guess there is that's not, a sexuality and agenda. But these, no.
The school's agenda.
That's right.
There's critical race theory agenda.
How have you just gone from school to critical race theory? These people are quite nutty.
All these different agendas. And we're inviting you to look underneath those agendas and see if they're being...
I don't want to. Like, again, why? This is the thing when they're bringing up, oh, let's play into their agenda. Let's play into their agenda and say, okay, being transgender, Black Lives Matter, and all that other stuff, it's all agenda. I don't want to look past it, though. Like, why? Like, realistically, give me a reason to why we should look past these issues. Like, of people just wanting equality and the right to just simply exist in society regularly and normally, you know? Like, why would we look past that? Because all they're saying here is, oh, there are these agendas, and let's look away from them. Why? Like, why? Why?
Governed by honesty, by personal responsibility,
yes,
and by humility.
Yes! That's the whole fucking point of them! They're there to like, obviously, again, if we're looking at it as an agenda, like, I don't know, LGBT rights, the agenda is, yes, there should be honesty in the fact that these are just people. There should be personal responsibility in the fact that you fight to protect these people's rights. And there should be humility in the fact that you do these two things because you are a human being and these other people who may identify different to you or may be a different sexuality to you are just human beings like you. And that should mean that we all have equal rights in a perfect society. They literally all go under those three things.
Yeah, we're inviting you not to look at the outcomes of where you think those...
They're saying, we're inviting you to not actually have any freedom of thought. You just got to listen to what we're saying.
Those ideologies will lead. Because remember...
What ideologies? Somebody being trans isn't an ideology. It's just their gender. Right? Fucking Christ.
Living in truth isn't trying to control an outcome. Yeah. Living in truth...
You're doing that! In this video, you are controlling people's narratives by saying, don't listen to that, don't listen to this, do what we do. That's what you're doing here. You are doing exactly what you are complaining about, which is what all of these like Christian channels like Go to Find and these nut jobs love to do.
Truth is looking at the base.
Put a 5 in the chat, a beans in the chat if you subscribe to the LGBTQ plus agenda. Fucking love that agenda. Big up.
Is it honest, responsible, and humble?
Right. And remember that because Ruby and I are defenders and educators of principles, they're not our principles.
Then whose are they?
Remember that principles are eternal.
We're not in a fucking anime series right now. Like, there is no big bad boss called Eternal or Eternus. I'm pretty sure that's the name of a Marvel villain. Like, eternal is just a word. I'm pretty sure it means it lasts forever. Like, we're not in, like, what are you talking about? Obviously what they're doing here is just saying that, oh, it's God. It's God doing this. Mate, God's not telling you to make this fucking YouTube channel. In fact, I think the reason nobody's, like, ever actually seen this God bloke is mainly because he's seen shit like this. And he's like, I don't really want a part of this anymore. I don't really want to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're like in a group project with like a random group of people, you don't get in the group with your friends because there's like, I don't know, there's a max capacity of 4 and there's like 6 of you. So you got to go group up with some randomers and the group project is just dog shit what you make of these randomers. And you don't want your name attached to that. So you just kind of slowly move away. I feel like God's done that because of channels like this.
We're just spokespersons for them.
Who?
Because they don't speak for themselves.
Again, you're complaining about agendas, but you've literally just said we are spokespeoples for other people's agendas. That's not very fucking truthful.
They don't have a voice to speak for themselves. But they're very powerful when you understand them.
This isn't Demon Slayer. There aren't demons telling you to do this. Although maybe there are. That would only be a valid explanation for this.
And so we want to talk about relationships, like a person coming together with another person, and show you when one person is in truth and juxtapose it with a person that's in distortion.
What does that mean?
And these agendas are full of people because agenda doesn't get created on its own. It is created by a human. And the human brings more humans into the agenda. And if the agenda...
What the fuck are you saying? You're just saying words and combining them together. And I know that's how a sentence works, but these words aren't actually making any sense. An agenda actually has a definition. I'm pretty sure. That's usually how words work. Should we get the definition of agenda up? Hold on. Where is it? A list of items to be discussed at a formal meeting. It's not people. It's literally just what you're talking about right now. This video about principles is an agenda.
Actually is a truth-based agenda, then you will have people that are above the base supporting this agenda in truth.
Oh my gosh.
And the same thing is true for distortion.
Stop. Just stop. You're giving me a headache. Stop. Please. Somebody in the chat at the beginning said, don't do this. This is an iceberg you don't want to go down. And I see why.
Yes. You will have a base of distortion, and you will have all these people that will also be evidencing
distortion. We're not playing fucking Pokemon Platinum. We're not entering the distortion world. Maybe this is what it's about. Maybe they just really like Pokemon Platinum and they went to the distortion world, met Giratina, and Giratina says, yo, fucking gay agenda. Don't like it. Get it out. That's why Arceus banished him. If you've never played Pokemon Platinum, you have no idea what I just said. But if you do know what Pokemon Platinum is, maybe these guys are just big subscribers to the Pokemon Platinum world. And if so, fair enough. Pretty based. I wish we were playing Pokemon Platinum. Me too. Very good game.
through their perceptions, through their emotions, through their actions, that they're actually supporting an agenda and distortion.
Yeah, I love this conversation because right now we're living in a world that
You don't look like you love it. You both look really sad. Like, look at her face. She's depressed. She knows she's speaking an absolute codswallop right now. This is a face of a woman that knows this is just stupid. This is just absolutely blooming stupid.
quite largely driven through political views. Well, what political ideology are you? Are you with this party? Are you with that party? Mm-hmm. And when you live in truth, there's no parties. You don't.
There literally is, though. You have just said before this that you say things that some big omnipresent, whatever you say it, leader tells you, like, or has these rules and these agendas, and you are the spokespeople for that. You are a part of basically a political party, just in a religious sense. Just because you can't vote for them doesn't mean that you're not a part of these groups. This is what I love about these people, man. They love to be like, oh, all these people in like the woke politics and these political groups. I don't subscribe to them. I don't know what politics in anything. The people in this world that say that they don't want politics in their movies or video games, for the most part, usually are actually the most political people you will ever meet. I have family members who are like, oh, stop bringing up politics. I hate that politics is brought into anything. But they are the ones that speak about politics the most. And these people are so unbelievably guilty of that.
Look and put yourself with a certain party. You're just looking at truth.
Yeah, exactly. So your agenda or your motive is where is the truth in this? And where's the distortion?
These people are just saying the exact same thing and repeat. Let's move on to the next video. I'm not watching another 10 minutes of this absolute guy. It's got like 12 likes and 1 dislike. But I mean, the channel, the best part is about this channel is like, it does not perform well because most people just think that 8passengers are fucking nuts, rightly so. But they're going for it. They are uploading more content than I upload, and none of it does well, but yeah, breaking down Will Smith's control. I mean, we're not going to watch the full thing because it's 14 minutes, but let's see what they say.
Will is sitting in a lot of painful outcomes right now, and many outcomes we probably aren't even aware of.
Here's what this article says, and we're going to break this apart for you. Is addressing Chris Rock on a camera for the first time since slapping the comedian on stage at the 2022 Academy Awards. 4 months after Will Smith, 53, took the stage at the Oscars, and just today.
Oh my God, get to the point.
In which he apologized to Rock.
Get to the point.
Everybody sees that he's just made Chris responsible for this engagement.
Right.
Like, I'll apologize when you're ready.
Yeah, I can't continue my apology/repentance unless you come talk to me. And there's no truth to that. Chris Rock never needs to talk to him again, and Will Smith can repent fully. And
repent? What the fuck? Why? It's not repent. I mean, I guess it kind of is in a way, but yes, is it that deep? Okay, but let's actually get on to the I saw they uploaded this video called "No Right to Privacy." Someone said, why are they weighing in on this? Why are they speaking about this like 6 months later is what I want to know. This is a video where she goes through how pretty much children deserve no privacy or something. I've not watched the full thing, watched like the first minute, but let's get into this.
Hello and welcome back to Moms of Truth with Jody and Ruby. Today
They have a whole fucking set for this channel. And they've got 4,000. You got too much money on your hands. Like, if there was ever an advertisement for communism, it would be this channel. This channel is why we need to redistribute wealth. Because look at this, man. They are using this money in ways that could be actually they are using this money irresponsibly. Don't use your money to make this shit. Use your money to, I don't know, get somebody some healthcare or something. Cure some blindness like Mr. Beast.
I had a question come in, and this mother touches on a subject I have wanted to talk about for a very long time, and that is the topic of privacy and children. Do children have privacy?
They deserve it, and they absolutely should have the right to it. Like every other human being should. Everybody deserves privacy.
Is privacy a principle of truth?
Yes, like it quite literally fucking is. Privacy is not only like allowing somebody to have their own space, but it also allows them to kind of conclude their thoughts in their brain. It allows them to have time to themselves and think about things. If somebody has an argument or something, they deserve the privacy to go and sit by themselves and just like kind of breathe things over and just chill and stuff. And also privacy is a human right in just the self of like, you deserve time to yourself and you deserve to only have things for you and that what you don't want other people to know. Especially children who are developing and have so many thoughts and feelings and mixed emotions, especially during puberty and stuff like that.
If so, how do I gauge the privacy of my child? How much do I give them?
As much as they need. Like, I mean, obviously you should be aware that your kids are like going onto bad websites and stuff, but that's not really a privacy thing. You can just put a content blocker to block adult websites. But for the most part, a kid should be able to have as much privacy as they need.
Is privacy something that I can give my child?
Yes. Yes, it is. But I think we all know where this is going.
These are all topics that come up in this question. And let me tell you, this mom who wrote this question is awake. Good job. I was reading it and I was like, good job. I just love hearing that there are mothers out there who are awake, who are aware, they're not pandering to...
You know where it's going when they say the word pandering. Like, you know that this is going down a route of where, Jesus Christ, here we go again.
They're children. They aren't trying to be their children's friend. They aren't intimidated to hold boundaries. It is truth in this house. And
I know people are very, I guess, skeptical, or like people don't think you shouldn't be friends with your kid. I think you should be a parent and a friend to your child. I think that's very much possible without having like a connection where you are allowing the kid to get away with a bunch of things. Like, I would say that my dad is my friend, especially when I was growing up, but he was also my dad. You know what I'm saying here? Like, I think having a good balance is the right way to go about it. You shouldn't be this fucking like officer who is like striking down everything that they're doing. You should be able to allow your child to make mistakes and do things which aren't responsible, because that's how people learn. If you put somebody in if you throw them into a squishy room where they can't do any wrong, they're not going to grow and learn, and when they get to the adult world, they're going to be fucking useless. Kids making mistakes and doing silly things is all a part of the growing process, and having privacy is a big part of that, a big part to a kid's development.
This mother does a fantastic...
And I'm not even a father. I'm not a parent. I know that because I was a kid one time. I know you've got a family channel, and I know it's got so much controversy out there, and I know it's because you treat your kids shit. Like, you are a very bad parent from everything that I have seen.
Good job. So she starts off by saying, hello, ladies. I am posting today in an attempt to find support for my 14-year-old daughter. 14. So she's going into 9th grade. Bear with me as this gets a little bit choppy. My daughter and I are cleaning her room together, and I was helping her organize some of her belongings into boxes for our upcoming move. At one point, I came across a small black journal.
And you responsibly put that away and did not touch it, because that is not yours to touch, and it probably contains some private information in there that the daughter is rightly available to have, because privacy is an essential for everybody.
buried, or in all caps, buried, obviously very concealed from my viewing. I had never seen this item before, and I was genuinely confused when I held it up and questioned my...
How are you confused at your child having a diary? Like, I feel like most children have had a diary before. Like, where is the confusion here? There is no confusion to be had. Like, please don't do this. Please do not take the diary away from this child. Do not do that. And also, 8passengers lady, I don't know your name. Please do not agree. Please. You're a parent. I know you know better than this. Please don't do that.
My daughter. Almost immediately after seeing it, my daughter's face went pale. Okay, so I want you to hear how this mom takes notice of her daughter's reaction. This mom is really awake. She says her face went pale. She basically threw herself over my lap. So she's the daughter.
Probably because there's some sensitive information in there. Like, obviously she's going to react because, I don't know, she might have a crush on a boy or a girl. Like, sorry to establish gender norms there, but she might have a crush on somebody at her school. She might have a little secret. She might have done something bad that she decided to write down. Because, when people do bad things or silly things or things that they regret, they might write it down as a therapeutic experience to learn from that and get over it and just grow as a better person. And if you exploit that, if you don't allow that, and if you break that privacy, you are stopping your kid's development as a human being.
She's throwing herself in an attempt to snatch the journal from my hand. So the daughter went into a flurry of control. This 14-year-old daughter lost all the blood in her face, went into fear. She threw herself across the room into her mom's lap, trying to snatch this journal. She obviously does not want the mother to have this journal.
Yes.
I withheld it from her.
Why? Like, why? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously, what is actually wrong with you? There is no reason to do that. It's your... This is the thing we need to establish, and I don't think it's spoken about enough. A child... Of two parents has the complete right to owning their property. And I know, like, taking things away from children is a thing that people like to do as punishment. I actually don't think that's a very good mechanism. Maybe you can stop your kid from watching TV because that is a family thing, everybody uses it. And if they're watching too much TV, you can say, yeah, don't. But taking personal property away, like journals and books, that's only going to make this child not only not trust you, but also be angry at you. And it's also going to make them not tell you things, and also going to stop them from telling themselves things where they write things down, usually because they're under fear that their parents will take it away from them and read their personal secrets. So not only are you building distrust in this person, you're also making them not tell people things because they don't trust anybody, but also you are stopping them from having that therapeutic experience. If you agree with what these people are saying, you are a fucking miserable person, and I hope you never have children.
As her behavior gave me a massive pause. Right there. That is so fantastic that you caught that so quickly.
I mean, of course she would agree with it. Like, this person has an entire family. And there's so much out there about how she treats her kids, and it's only like I gave an example to you if you didn't know. So one of her kids was hungry, and I believe that I think the kid was like 7 years old. They were very young, is what I'm saying, and they were at school, and they went to school and they forgot to take their lunch with them, and the parents didn't go and drop the lunch off at the school for the kids so they can eat and not be starving. No, they didn't do that because they wanted the kid to have a learning lesson about responsibility. Allowing your kid to starve isn't a responsible lesson. They would have been hungry and thought, I should have brought my lunchbox with them. And the next day they'll remember that and they'll go. But you don't let them starve, think about that, and then continue to starve. You're the parent. Your duty is to care and allow these kids to grow and guide them, not just being an enforcement officer.
Your daughter flies.
Sorry, I get really annoyed by these sorts of things because it's especially when these people have entire careers based on their children. All you could do is have a little bit of fucking respect for your child.
Into a flurry of fear did not cause you to go into fear. How many times do our children go into massive hysteria and we, the parents, go into it with them? Not this mom.
Or you could just not go into hysteria and allow them to be a child and be comforting. Like, if they are upset, comfort them, but don't breach privacy. Pretty fucking simple stuff.
This mom.
This is the thing, right? I understand that being a parent is difficult. It's a time-consuming job. But there are some things which people need to realize that it's fucking easy as a parent to just know how to treat your child. Just have some respect. Treat them as another human being. Don't treat them as a lesser because they're your child. This is the thing I think a lot of parents do wrong. They think that because it's their child and they're younger than them and they produce them, they have the right to treat them as a lesser individual. That's only going to install such negative things in these kids' brains for when they're older. Stop doing that.
Stood her ground.
Remember, a child is not an item. I completely agree.
Went, This is giving me pause here. This is off. So excellent job. My daughter was sweating. Her eyes welled up with tears. Mom does with this. I got curious. I said things like, you are not reacting respectfully. So the mom is reflecting to the daughter what she just saw. So you'll hear Jody and I say often, you need to reflect truth to your child. Instead of the mom going into distortion.
It's not respectful taking away their fucking diary. That's the opposite of respect. You can't demand respect but not give respect.
Going, what? What's in the journal? What's in the journal? Or saying, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I can see that you're upset and give the journal back.
No, that's what you fucking do. You don't go through the journal, like you just said, but you also don't fucking take it away because that's their property.
Both of those would have been in massive distortion. The mom stays very grounded and she reflects, hey, you're acting off here.
She's acting like a child because she's a fucking child.
Acting funny. She says, you're not acting
I'm sure you wouldn't like it if I don't know, you were on your phone and I took the phone out of your hand and you were like, don't fucking do that. That's my phone. You wouldn't like that. Nobody in the chat would like it if I just snatched their phone out of their hand. Sure, maybe I don't look at the text, but I've still snatched their property away from them, and that's obviously a wrong thing to do, regardless of your age or whether you're somebody's child or friend or girlfriend or boyfriend. Regardless of any of that, it's just wrong to take people's property away from them, especially with no meaning.
I want to discuss this. We can do so when you're willing to behave in truth. So now the mom has reflected truth.
And I think this is the main problem with this channel here. They keep banging on about this truth thing. That's what the whole thing is here. Act in truth and stuff like that. The enemy of truth. And the truth thing here is that they have these rules and regulations that they have set up. And they are using, like, I guess, wholesomeness and I guess Christianity and God as a way to kind of, I guess, dictate how people should follow their lives. And it's just absolutely embarrassing. Like, you have no right to do that. And I think using religion as a way to kind of, I guess, Trojan horse your beliefs and views and rules into other people's lives, it's just the wrong thing to do. And it's so insanely condescending, but also just sad that this woman does have an actual child. Like, she has multiple children, I'm pretty sure. And it's sad to me that she is brought up her kids with these mentalities, because I imagine they probably have trust issues and stuff like that. And it's just depressing. And this is just a little look at 2 videos. I've clicked on 2 videos and I already think this person is a bad parent. How sad is that? And the thing is as I've said, this channel is so unbelievably active, and it does seem that parents are consuming this content. So there are a lot of people treating their children horribly because this woman is basically telling them that this is the right thing to do. So to conclude this, just fucking treat your kids with respect. It's not hard. Don't treat them as a lesser individual. Be a friend, but be a parent. And being a parent isn't taking things away from your kid to punish them for not telling you things or acting a little bit sus. That's just a child being a child. You'd act sus if I took your phone away from you. So why would it be different if it was anyone who was younger? It's just a really stupid mentality to have. But yeah, I'm going to end the video there by saying, if you want me to do a bigger deep dive into these, I could maybe do a main channel video about it. I have actually done research into them. I have a big research doc, which I haven't fully completed yet, but I could, maybe. So yeah, comment down below, like this video, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Peace out, have a lovely day, and just don't parent your kids like these weird people. Bye-bye. Nice. That was a long... I need to pee again, by the way. I need to pee again. They need to be spoken about by YouTube. We're going to... the next clip we're going to do is we're going to speak about Cryaotic. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you know about Cryaotic or you know about any of the situation. Or even if you maybe subscribe to him. 2 if you've subscribed to him. 1 if it's just any of them. Because I am currently working on a video. Actually, I'll go into that in the actual clip. 1. Yeah. 0. 2. No, never heard of Cryaotic. Oh, interesting. Okay. Hold on. I'm just pulling up all the stuff. I'm going to go pee first. This has been a good stream so far. I'm really hungry. I don't know how I'm like going at this whilst I'm this hungry. And I've randomly got like a burst of energy. I think going to pee really helped me out. I think my camera keeps always focusing on me. Is that better? That should be better. I should stop it. Can you still hear me properly? Does that still sound absolutely fine? Used to like crying in the late night crew. Yeah, it's sad what happened. Right. Okay. I'm gonna go pee. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen. I will be literally 2 minutes. Yeah. Speak amongst yourselves. Come up with a question. Come up with something very funny. Something to ask me. And I will give my most honest and brutal answer. But you've also all got to discuss it amongst yourselves whilst I'm peeing. So fellas, I'm just making a cup of tea. I will be back in like 1 minute, 2 minutes. The kettle's just boiling right now. Let's see what the chat's saying. Where's my chat? I can't see my chat. Where are you guys? Ah, there we are. Was Fraser ever a Cry fan? I'll speak about it very soon. Scared. Yeah, maybe chat give the lowdown on the situation to people who don't know about it whilst I'm gone. I won't be too long. I'm just making a little green tea for myself. Yeah, be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, did we come up with a question? Did we come up with a question for me? Hello, that's my welcome back to you all. How are we today? I might put a hat on. Where's my hat? Oh, it's got fucking Kenji fluff all over it. He's fucking shedding at the moment, and fluff is everywhere. One sec. Yeah. What's the most silly thing Kenji has done? Welcome back. Silly thing Kenji has done? I don't really know. He chewed up some of Kaz's makeup the other day, which is really annoying. Got me in trouble because he shouldn't have been in the bedroom. But yeah, he chewed up some makeup. He's been really happy lately because he had a skin infection and it was making him really sad. But he's now gotten over it and he's just so happy at the moment. Yeah, I think him chewing shit up is the most annoying thing. Silly thing. He was scared of Nintendo Wii remotes and TV remotes, if that counts. But there's videos of that on his YouTube channel actually, if you care to see. If you for some reason don't believe me about that. Why are your Christmas decorations? Oh God, there is a Christmas. I didn't even realize that there is a Christmas decoration behind me right now. That's I just put it there because I thought it was still there because it was just like a nice little thing. Guess not. I literally just clocked when you said that. Right. Okay. Should we do the cryotic stuff now? Should we go into cryotic? No Kenji appearance. Maybe he'll appear at the ending. You making a cup of tea makes me want one. Yeah, it's not a proper cuppa though. It's just a green tea. We're being healthy over here today. But yeah. Okay, everybody say hi in the chat because we're going to do the blooming intro. Everybody say hi right now. I'm waiting. Okay. Say hi to YouTube actually. Be more specific, chat. Be more specific. Okay, you guys are on that. Nice one. Okay. Am I a bit low down? Nah, I'm good. Sometimes I just fail at these intros. Hello there, people. No. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another video on the iNabber live channel. If you want to join us right now on a live stream, because this was recorded live, you can join these despicable human beings right here on twitch.tv/iNabber. But if you don't want to do that, you could also, just subscribe. It's very easy. And we speak about things such as this, because today we're going to be covering a topic which I think a lot of you, when this video comes out, will know about, because I am making a video right now speaking about Cryaotic. Cryaotic, if you didn't know, was a content creator who I guess was known for his gaming content. He was known for his friendships with people like PewDiePie and Boy in a Band. I'm not going to say anything. But yeah, he was known for his gaming content and stuff like that. But mysteriously, as you can see, Cryaotic dropped off the face of planet Earth. 2 years ago, Cryaotic uploaded a video titled Cry Talks, we stopped being genuine a long time ago. And you could say that's a bit of an understatement, but yeah. So what's the reason that Cryaotic disappeared? Now, again, if you've watched my video, you'll probably already know about all of this at this point, but to the live viewers and people that haven't watched that video, we're going to go for a little explanation, and I want this to be a bit of a live version of that video. We're going to go through some of the stuff and just take a look at this and how weird this topic is. There's not really an angle we're going at, other than, I guess we could say this is me just diving a bit deeper into it on a live stream. But yeah, as you can see, there were a plethora, and I don't say that word lightly, there were a plethora of allegations against this man. Kale, who are you? Oh, that's the person that posted it. Yeah, as you can see, in 2020, there was a lot of stuff. A tweet was made, which it no longer exists, but a lot of stuff came out about Cryaotic, accusing him of a lot of horrific things, which involve it started off as a cheating thing, but it then led into allegations of doing things which I can't say for YouTube TOS reasons. Grooming, which I can say on Twitch, but I will censor that. Things that involve young fans, pretty much. And there were It's honestly like an avalanche, chat. Like, I have never seen a situation where there was so many allegations. It was genuinely quite insane to see. And I remember this happened in 2020, and I remember seeing it thinking, this is a really weird situation, because yes, there were allegations, but the thing is he uploaded this video, and it's a response to everything, and it's genuinely so utterly bizarre, because it's not only one of the worst response videos I've ever seen, but I'm just gonna play it and we're gonna live react to it. I showed it in my video, but we're gonna live react to it right now, because this response to allegations is so bad. Like, it could take an actual award for being probably the worst response to serious. I mean, look at the like. I mean, to be fair, it's got 29,000 likes, which makes this even more insane. But let's get into this.
I have a weird position on YouTube where I've seen a lot of things from a lot of perspectives and a lot of angles, and something that a lot of people, myself included.
Yeah.
So, before you start to think you're a fucking hypocrite, I want you to understand that I'm coming at this from a perspective of someone who genuinely does not like Past Me, because Past Me...
This is a thing which, like, so many... I think Destry Smith did this. This is a thing which so many YouTubers that get exposed to doing something horrific, they're like, oh, I didn't like Past Me. I mean, you didn't like Past You because Past You has stopped you from earning shitloads of money in the future, and because of your stupid criminal actions, you now cannot continue without being called a nonce by everybody on the internet. That doesn't mean, I'm sorry for what I did. All that means is, I did not like Past Me, and it's kind of like this manipulative tactic to convince his audience, he's a different person now. Well, that's great. Even if he is a different person and does regret the things, I mean, for one, he probably just regrets being caught, because for one, he didn't speak about this before he was accused of doing these things. And two, this whole thing of saying that you are, I guess, a different person is just you trying to convince the audience that they should stay because, there's somebody different and new here who is different to the person that committed those horrible actions.
Me was immature. Past Me didn't accept that he could actually be wrong. Past Me thought he was infallible. Every single time somebody makes a mistake in the world, people are like, man.
It wasn't a mistake. This is another thing, another textbook. We're just going over textbook YouTube manipulation right now. It's not a mistake to DM your underage fan. That's not a mistake. That is a criminal offense. It's like imagine if you were in court, right, chat? Imagine you were in court, and you get caught up, and the judge is like, "What's your defense?" Pretty much. How are you not a big stinking nonce? And you go, "It was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake, and I've grown." And that's a different person now. No, we're not in a fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie. We're not in Split. You can't just. It's not like you're a different human being. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
I hope nobody finds out. And I think the thing that people realize is that's because...
Thank you, Liza MP3, for subscribing. You are now my best friend.
From the fucking get-go, we're just taught, man, mistake, better hide it, otherwise I'm gonna be in trouble.
Actually, no, we're not. I think as human beings, we are taught, hey, you should own up to your mistakes and you should, grow from them. But as Just Noticed in the chat, you don't accidentally groom somebody, allegedly. I have to say, for legal reasons, everything we're speaking about in this video is an allegation. But you don't accidentally do the things which you were sending in screenshots. I'm not going to go through the screenshots because, ladies and gentlemen, I would like this video to not be age restricted. But let's just say those DMs were, well, fucking criminal, in my personal humble opinion.
We forgot to actually teach lessons instead of just getting mad.
Maybe you needed to be taught the lessons of DMing minors is illegal. This is the thing. It kind of reminds me of the boy in a band thing, of where it's like, I was never taught what laws there are. And it's like, yeah, mate, we know. And it's like, we know, mate, that you clearly haven't been taught the laws of Cryaotic of not DMing underage fans.
And so
that boy in a band impression I just did, I worry was actually worryingly good. And I deeply, genuinely, Cryaotic, this is how you do it. I am sorry for that. End of story.
People grow up with a lot of pride and they realize, man, I'm so perfect. So,
I am.
if anybody fucks up, I'm gonna project a lot of insecurities on those people. Because I'm infallible.
Okay, now what about the kids that you messaged? Allegedly.
When I was younger, I started this YouTube because I didn't really have a purpose in life.
I don't care. Like, I simply don't care. Get to the point. Get to the point, because you're not being genuine right now.
I needed something to give me some kind of purpose. I didn't have any actual confidence. I got my confidence from people.
I don't care. Like, this is such pointless garbage. Like, mate, just get to the point of where you were caught diddling. Just get to the point. Like, this whole thing, this whole minute and a half is, guys, I had such a sad, depressing life. We know it, mate. We know you were a social degenerate, lonely bastard. That's your whole branding, pretty much. But that doesn't mean, like, I've also been a social degenerate, lonely bastard. But you don't do those things that you've been accused of doing. You just don't. Half my chat, absolutely fucking losers. But I'd like to believe that they also aren't going around committing criminal actions.
Telling me, man, you're great. That was immature.
It wasn't immature. If what you were accused of doing is true, you've committed a crime. Like, imagine you're in court and the judge says again, "What's your defense?" I was being immature. No, cry talks. We're not doing that. That's not immaturity. That's the problem. In fact, with the immaturity, the problem is, mate, you were DMing immature people. Like, because they hadn't actually fucking matured yet. Like, it sounds like a joke, but it's sadly not a joke. That's what you've been pretty much accused of.
Also, doing this, I had never really left my room for so long. I'd grown.
We can tell.
So much that I didn't realize I was a fucking adult, but I was meant.
Again. This is such a bad. I didn't remember that I was. You just forget your age. You went to buy a beer and they were like, "You got ID?" No, I forgot my age. Sorry. Then puts the beer down and leaves the shop. No, you don't forget your age. So again, it's more textbook manipulative tactics. Like, it's just so embarrassing. And the fact that this is still on his channel with 1.8 million views is genuinely insane. And he even says in the description, "No, I was never with anyone underage on a physical level. It was all online." Well, Cryaotic, it's still fucking real human beings. I literally love that he admits it in his comment section. I didn't even realize that. I now need to go back and re-record some stuff because I didn't realize that he actually fully admits to it in his description. What the fuck? What? That's not immature. That's a fucking crime.
Mentally a child.
You weren't mentally a child. You weren't. You were an adult. This is, again, more textbook manipulative tactics. This is insane. And I've seen people defend this bloke. People be like, "Oh, it was years ago." Honestly, it wasn't that long ago. Like, realistically, chaps, like 5-10 years, not that long.
Fucking adult.
Especially when you're his age. How old is Cryaotic again? I'm pretty sure he's like 30. Age Cryaotic. Yeah, he's 33. So 5 years ago, he would have been like 28. Like, that's still an age where you're absolutely... Your brain is dying at that point because you've grown to a point of maturity, or like peak maturity. So, like, you are past, like, you've grown adult. You have responsibility for your actions.
But I was mentally a child. That is not an excuse.
These things happened in, like, what, 2016, 2014? You were in your mid-20s, sunshine. Mid-20s!
For the record. I've always felt disingenuous because I was never open with people about things.
Well, yeah, because if you were open about things, you would probably end up in a prison cell.
I was hiding things. I was never able to be genuine with people anymore after the fact that I cheated on my girlfriend with people who I didn't realize were even underage in the first place. So, yes.
How many times have we had that? I didn't realize. Oh, I didn't realize it. If you're going to engage with somebody in a certain way, a certain adult way, keyword on adult, and you don't actually know them, like personally in real life, you've met them online, you as a person have to do diligence to do the research to find out their fucking age. Because if you're going to be engaging in something like that, you should know that they are above the age of 18. Like you should. Like that's a basic 101 moral responsibility of checking somebody's age if you don't know them.
Yes, I'm sorry. But I promise you I'm not that same fucking person anymore. and I resent that person who I was.
You resent the fact that you were caught. Like, that's it. You don't. If you resented that person, we would know about this before you. You made this video to respond to you being called out for it. You didn't make this video because the guilt was building up inside you.
I was hiding who I was this whole time. I've never wanted to be on a pedestal in the first place.
When what? That's again. This is another thing. You clearly did, because that's why you upload videos onto your YouTube channel. You have an entire series dedicated to Cry Talks where you tell people your personal feelings. Like, you want this, and there's no need to lie about it. And again, he's doing it to manipulate his audience into thinking he's the good guy.
And I think that's because I was always afraid of people knowing who I really was.
A nonce.
Just some lonely guy trying to find a purpose.
A nonce.
Just some lonely guy who genuinely is someone who would be considered a basement dweller, but luckily I live in Florida, so...
A nonce who happens to live in Florida.
Oh, there's no basements.
A nonce without a basement in Florida.
It took me 31 years.
A 31-year-old nonce in Florida who doesn't have a basement, who is also a nonce.
It took me until 10 minutes before my 31st birthday to realize I was going in a constant projection of fucking nothing, because I never really accepted who I was.
Why are you telling me this? This is in a video where you literally have detailed in your description is about you having relations with underage people on the internet. Like that. Why are you telling me about your fucking basement in Florida and your life story? I don't care.
I made excuses, and I'm fucking sorry for that. I'm not going to say any more because this is not some...
Well, you clearly have, mate. Because literally 4-minute video and we're only 2 minutes and 40. 25. You've got like another almost half of the video left. You definitely do say more.
Pity party. This is more addressing the things that need to be said, more so than giving people their dirt or tea or whatever the fuck they need. I just feel like people need to be able to express themselves, be them victims or not. I always consider myself a victim because of the way I was.
This is my favorite part about this, and I speak about this in my video. It's like he's banging on about how he's, I guess, affected people. Even in the comment section, he's like, I'm not asking for like forgiveness and stuff like that because of the people that he's affected and stuff. And it doesn't. He said he doesn't want to diminish the act that he's done and the people that are concerned. But it's like he then goes on to portray himself to be the victim. Like, how can you say that? Let's get that again.
I always consider myself a victim because of the way I was raised.
No, you're just a fucking loser. Like, like you're not a victim, mate. You're just a loser. And YouTube, I'm not bullying here. Like, he has literally called himself that in this video, saying he's like a social degenerate that doesn't leave the house and is in a basement, which isn't also a basement. I'm repeating what he's saying. In this video, he's told me he's not only a loser, but he has actually messaged underage kids.
However, that kind of mentality made me the actual instigator as opposed to the protagonist that I always thought I was.
Again, he's trying to create reasoning for what he has done. There is no reasoning which isn't morally reprehensible. Like you've only done bad here. He's trying to gaslight, manipulate, just whatever you want to say, manipulate his audience into thinking that he is the good guy who, I don't know, he's acting like he's fucking Anakin Skywalker. The dark side took over him and he became Darth Vader. I'm sorry, mate, but even the dark side doesn't make you message kids. I'm sorry, but just the reality of things, mate. You're not like busting down the Jedi Temple. That would also be a crime, but you're committing another crime, which I don't think the dark side made you do. Palpatine wasn't a nonce.
Because everyone said you're so perfect all the time.
Again, being called perfect doesn't mean you do the things that you did.
That's a horrible mindset to take, and everyone should really be able to look into themselves and see that they need to grow. They need to stop excusing every little thing they do.
Kill me.
Because they're afraid of the repercussions. As soon as you start being afraid of the repercussions...
I thought this fucker said that he's not going to be speaking anymore. You keep on speaking, and it's just getting worse.
You stop growing. I'm sorry.
You're not a plant, mate. You're not a fucking bonsai tree. Like if you don't stop making YouTube, if you stop making YouTube videos, you're not going to stop growing. There aren't going to be a leaf plant coming out of your ass. That's not what's happening here. He's bringing up growth again, as I said earlier, because they like to convince the audience that, I can change and become a better person. Okay, great, go do that. But you've revoked the privilege to having your social platform, which you built on the trust of your audience. Like, we know that what you use your platform for, and I don't want to risk that ever happening again. So no, you're not in jail. Like, I don't think you are anyway. You're not in jail. That should be a win in itself for you, mate. That should be your victory. Move on and fuck off.
Genuinely. I have in the description an unlisted video showing that I would really like people to understand that it is okay to express their feelings.
What?
How many feet were missed, chat? Let me know.
What?
And
Did he... Again, I didn't... mate, I've missed a few things. Did he upload this on the day of him... Okay, I don't know. What? Oh my god. This is just... He is a weird... He has responded to a nonce allegation by saying not only is he the victim, but he's also gone and fucking plugged his Twitch. He's gone and plugged his Twitch. Do you understand how mental that is? Like, I thought it was bad, but the bloke's promoting his Twitch channel with a stupid little drawing where he sat on a fucking chair in front of a fire. You are insane. You are actually mental. But, yeah, that is Twitter. Ever since then, he's kind of dropped off the face of the earth. Bar one time, he did come back for a little moment of where he changed his profile picture to more to come. And ladies and gentlemen, I will just say it right now, nothing has come yet. And I didn't emphasize come deliberately there. Nothing's come since then. I can promise you nothing has come. More to come, nothing came from it. And again, it just shows his personality. Despite everything, the community being like, please leave. We don't want you anymore. You are a dangerous man. More to come. More to come. And then he actually responded, as again, we spoke about my video, being like, oh, that video, I was in a bad state. Manic episode. Mate, manic episodes don't make you message kids and stuff like that. And also, fair enough. But it's still on your YouTube channel. Your manipulation video where you try to convince your audience that you are the victim in a situation where you have created victims. Your video about that is still there with millions of views. It's accumulating thousands of likes. I know it's got dislikes, but look at this. That's chat. Regardless of how much came out after this, how did when this first came out, people listened to that video and liked it 29,000 times? That's what's so fucking worrying about this audience, because it did work, not for the most part, but this video did work. And I think the reason it's still up is because there are 29,000 people, which is still a lot of people, whether you want to deny it or not. 29,000 people have said, oh, yeah, I agree with you. I still love you. Because that's what that is. That's validation to what he said in this. And he's come onto Twitter, as I said, saying that he was in a manic episode. But it's like, I mean, take it down then. Take it down. It's genuinely insane to me. But yeah, ever since then, he's completely gone AWOL. He was even going to do a live stream. Again, plugging his Twitch. Plugging his blooming Twitch or something with his group of friends. And it's like, mate, you are insane. Like, and again, as I said, after this, so this was on the 21st of June. As you can see, so much came out about Cryaotic after this, and has even led to apparently, these are some of the DMs to do with him, and it's even led to, oh god, come on, where is it? Hold on. Oh, I have to mute a lot of these things. I blur them oral on stream, because not on stream in my video, because there's a lot of bad DMs there. Sorry if you saw that. Here it is. I burped. My mouth just made a really weird sounding burp. That was really strange. I don't know if you heard that. But yeah, apparently the FBI are involved or were involved. I don't know how true this is. And there is a lot of controversy about some of the people in this situation who are victims, saying that they have also done bad things themselves. And okay, I can understand that. But at the end of the day, they are still victims. And the fact of why I'm speaking about these issues is not only to bring justice, but also to prevent these things from happening again. Because if people be like, oh, yeah, sure, they're victims, but they've also done bad things themselves, well, that would just enable Cryaotic to come back and have the platform that he had previously, which he abused. So what's to stop him from doing that again in the future? I do think that Cryaotic will eventually come back, because he's got a massive platform, and it's clear that he hasn't really regretted that much, considering these insane videos are still up, and his tweets are still up, and everything in my video that I discussed is still available. And I think eventually he will come back, and I'm kind of worried that people will just eat this up. As you can see now, it's people very sad and reminiscent about the good times, but I don't know, man. I've seen people come back from worse, and this is definitely one of the worst situations in terms of allegations. But I really wanted to react to that and show you guys how truly terrible this whole thing was. But what makes it even weirder is I actually found a tweet, chat. I found this tweet from 2019 regarding another situation, but they followed it up saying, the one side of YouTube that should be pure and innocent, and it's all fucking soiled by some horrible string of decisions that doesn't get shown on camera. It's also reminiscent of the time when Cryaotic and Cheyenne broke up and Cry was supposedly talking to underage girls. This was made in May 2019. The first situation that came out about this is on the 18th of June 2020. And I don't know if I'm being a conspiracy theorist here, but to me the fact that this exists shows that somebody knew about this. It may have been a community widespread known thing as like a thing which wasn't spoken about because people knew it can't be, or because people were being silenced. I don't know. It's just weird that this was absolutely bang on the money, including the person that it involved, but it came out a year before anything else did. I don't know who this person is, but it is insane to me that it's clear that this stuff has been out in the private, I guess, landscape of YouTube, spoken about as rumors, but no one ever did anything until, I guess, the situation exploded. But it says to me that maybe there's more out there about the situation, which makes it even worse. But I'm not really sure what to say other than this is a horrific situation, and people like Cryaotic really do nothing but put a bad name on YouTubers, but also just people in general. His whole apology is a really good textbook of how to be signaled when you're being gaslit. And I think you should look at this apology and think, if another YouTuber does something similar, probably apply the same logic that we're applying in this video, because the apology isn't an apology. It's a guilt trip. That's what it is. The entire situation is one massive guilt trip. From the moment he got exposed, he wasn't willing to take any responsibility, and when things blew out of proportion of where he thought he could control things, he ran away. And I think that really summarizes not how much this guy's a coward, but just how much of a bad person he is. So I'm going to conclude this by saying, yeah, if you need more context, go watch my video, which will be out now when this video gets posted. But if you're watching this live stream, chat, the video will be posted for further context if you need it. But I'm also sure you can do your research because there are other videos out there about this. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Comment beans if you want to just help in the algorithm. Like the video and subscribe. Peace out and have a cracking day. Bye-bye. Nice. That was very good. We got some very good clips today, chat. I'm proud of you guys. We've been streaming for 2 hours as well. Very productive stream. And I'm very hungry. But yeah, I think we're going to call it a day, chat. When will I stream again? Probably on Thursday, I'd say. I'm not going to make any promises, but I will put up a community post beforehand, even if it is a few hours before. It'll probably be in the morning again. But please follow if you're new. Please subscribe to the live channel if you haven't. And yeah, thank you so much for coming along, everybody. Thank you for the subscriptions, the bits, and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Thank you for saying it's fantastic. I appreciate that. I hope you managed to finish your chores doing it as well. I hope I made the experience of cleaning or whatever you were doing better. And yeah, thanks so much for coming along. I will make these more consistent. I promise you I will stream more often. It's just I've had the issue of not having an actual computer to do it on. And yeah, peace out. Have a cracking day, people. And go watch my latest video.